Morning.
Hey, yo, what the?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Tuesday edition of 10K TV presented by 10,000 Takes. Bossman here, joined by Sarge and Jake. And I know we got a lot to get into with hockey and Gopher football and the Wild, but I'm delivering on my promise from last week. So I finally went to MSP today and got my suitcase back because my car was blocked in. And in my car was my schneef.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
We're going to start off the episode by railing.
Gosh.
And I need to...
Are you sure this is the schneef we talk about? This looks like drugs.
It does look like drugs, which is why I need to put out a disclaimer right now for those who didn't listen last week. This is German schneef. It is nicotine powder. It is not cocaine.
Put it up to the camera so people can really see.
I'll put it up close to this one.
I'm still not convinced.
Yeah, you see the schneef?
Schneef.
It does look a lot like cocaine.
It looks like you're just carrying a container of cocaine.
So,
Like a vase of cocaine.
so this is what high schoolers sell you in Germany in the tents. They employ all these people who look like children to walk table to table and sell you schneef. So actually, it's been on a hell of a ride back from Munich.
This is like literal smelling salts.
So
like
what you
it
do-
looks like salt or cocaine.
You do this with your thumb. You put it right in the middle.
Okay.
Of course, it's all
Kinda like
fucking chunked up.
the
They want to have
salt.
something sharp, like a key.
Oh man,
Not a key, not a key.
Dude, this is cocaine.
No, we don't. It's not a key. Here, let me get a.
Yeah,
pen.
we need something to
Dude.
to chop it up now.
Jake, this is like the guy at the Timberwolves game.
Oh man,
Do you remember the guy at the Timberwolves game, the fan?
Here, let me.
I don't know if I was there for that.
No. The guy that was doing cocaine.
Let me use.
Oh
Part of the
yeah. Oh my gosh, my head.
Let me use this red steak from a golf course. That looks like it has a bite taken out of it to break it up.
Allegedly. from a
Not
golf
that
course.
I've done drugs or know how to, but a credit card works really well to chop stuff apart.
No,
Thank you, Instant Films Fanatics. That's what I'm talking about, my guy.
You don't do lines of schneef, okay? This is not cocaine. I promise it's not cocaine. You were looking at me like this is gonna kill you.
This looks like this is drugs.
It's really not drugs.
Oh no. So you do this?
Yeah, dude. It smell it. It smells like menthol.
It does. Okay. It smells like mint.
It's not hardcore. Hand to God, I've never even done cocaine before, and this stuff is.
I don't know.
fine,
Wait,
yeah.
so you do like?
Put a little more schneef on your hand.
I'm like, it looks like powdered sugar.
All right.
Is that good?
Yeah.
You just
All right.
snort it?
Yeah. Here's the
You
rivalry
definitely
week.
have a lot more. You just. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, that's what I did in Germany for 4
You
days.
might see an overdose on air, man. Oofda.
Oh, my tolerance went down since last
Oh,
time I did that.
dude. This is insane. We just did an act.
10 milligram schneef from Germany.
See, in America, this looks like a bad.
Yeah, Sarge, you gotta try it.
Oh, sorry, this is your bit. You need to do this. I feel like I feel like my veins pulsating.
It's basically like doing a smelling salt, but in a powdered form.
I feel like I just like ingested some sort of like, I don't know, like maybe nasal spray when you have a cold. It smells
Like-
minty kind of now.
Yeah. Think about, for those in the audience, think about like Vicks Vapor Rub,
Yeah.
but in a powdered form that goes directly to your brain.
I feel like, what are those mints that you can get in the Altoids? I feel like we crushed up an Altoid
Oh my God.
and snorted it. Okay, yeah, I can see why this can get you going. I mean,
And only for 10 euro in Munich, it could be yours.
wow, and what is 10 euro to US?
It's like $13.
Oh my, okay.
All right.
My goodness, that's insane. All right, well now I'm
So-
I'm
Shit, it's not
pumped.
coming out for me.
Here, do you need the water hazard steak that I took from a golf course?
Oh man.
Everyone thinks
Allegedly.
you cocaine, by the way.
Dude,
Yeah,
this is
it's
for those just tuning in, this is
Uh-oh.
not cocaine, this is
I
schneef.
have a schneef sneeze coming.
Oh dude, what is this? White powder come out?
Nah, we're okay.
I feel like I feel like Like, there's
Yeah, dude. You definitely, I definitely like opened up my suitcase for the first time since last week, and there was just a lederhosen covered in schneef. And I'm
Okay,
like,
wow.
So
That's insane, dude. Like, I forgot what I was gonna say.
riveting sports talk about the hate week here.
Wait, do people?
This is not
I
coming
s-
out for me.
I assume it doesn't have an effect.
I gotta get a key. Oh, wait.
You got to do the key bit.
Once you throw a key in the mix, then we're cooked because then
Like,
everyone's
all
gonna
our
think it's
sponsors are
cocaine.
pulled. What? I assume people don't put this in their mouth. It probably doesn't have an effect on
I've
your
seen
gums.
people do that,
Really?
but those are the Europeans who are psychopaths.
I feel like that might be even worse than put. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, geez.
he just used his glasses.
He used his glasses and he tasted it just like he. Oh man.
All right,
All right. There.
Sarge,
Good look,
Sarge,
Sarge.
let us know what you think of schneef.
Now I feel like every time I
Oh, fuck yeah.
I snort it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
See,
Dude,
it's good stuff.
I can see you love it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's good
Dude.
stuff.
That is dangerous.
Yeah.
go.
I could do a lot.
Now
of
picture yourself hammered
I know.
off of four German Steins, and
I
just
feel like-
loading some schneef straight to the brain.
that. I feel like if you want to do the act of partying and doing cocaine,
But-
not actually
but-
doing cocaine,
Yeah,
Yeah, this is it.
that's it. It's just like
Loophole.
it's the loophole, man.
Or
It's
you
like
get-
when we were kids and we'd smoke the candy cigarettes.
right.
For the bit.
Yeah,
This is like your
that's-
bit you're doing to act like
Yeah.
you're doing hard drugs, but you're not. It's schneef.
They got like these cute little Ferris wheels and hot dogs and trombones and
Dude, that
pretzels.
shit rocks.
This is like specifically designed for Oktoberfest.
It's very Christmassy. Well,
I can't read any of the words on the back. It actually might be a cocaine then. 10 milligrams of nicotine.
okay. I think what we should see at family gatherings now at Christmas is Christmas cookies, food, and then just a thing of
A
lines-
basket of schneef.
basket of schneef that
Just
you
a
can just
fucking
dig in and
dipping bowl.
go.
I would not doubt if that's not a thing at German Christmas.
I feel like it's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Very curious.
All right. For those who are probably in the chat delivering take, do we got any takes already about the big Gopher UND game?
Yes, we do. John says I called a split this weekend. Jared says Nodeg win Friday, Gophers win Saturday, so another split. My guy Cam, Bulldogs Sioux was an amazing rivalry. Agreed.
They were
Shout
all
out Cam,
they were all
my
better
Duluth
back
guy.
in the day, if we're being honest.
Yep.
So yeah, rivalry's back on, folks. We have a 2-game series up in the great state of North Dakota this weekend at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. I've already, as someone who went to UND, I've already seen enough U.S. Postal Service memes. I've seen enough memes about Ralph Engelstad being a Nazi.
Yep. That'll happen.
It's just they're gonna cycle around every time this year. But Jesus, Schneef. UND enters 3-0, ranked number 8 in the country. Gophers are 1-2-1, currently unranked.
With that very important non-conference shootout win
Right.
they got last week over
Yeah.
Boston College last Friday.
Which in the points you just get a high five for that, right?
Yeah, or you get a point. Yeah, well, yeah, because both teams already get a point. It's really stupid.
They actually
it's
get
really dumb.
schneef.
They get schneef.
Dude,
The Gophers were very happy about that. Now they're going to be really bumping into this weekend. They got the
do a
schneef.
line of. I guarantee there's the German. Like I guarantee Dreisaitl rail Schneef before every game.
Dude, that is like a smelling salt that gives
Yeah.
you a fucking
It's
boost.
the same thing.
Wow.
All right, let's start with you. What are you thinking going into this weekend? How's the squad looking? I mean, I know it's early. It's too early to like really give a true take on how this could go.
Yeah, it's a little early for the Gophers. They haven't, looking at their schedule and watching them, they have some scoring power, but they're getting outshot big time. Their scoring margin, they've scored like 12 goals. They've given up 13 goals. Airy, what is his first name? Nick Airy? Whatever the goalie's name is, Airy. He's looked very good. He's has like a 93% save percentage, and his goals allowed is at like 2.26, but they're still finding themselves losing games. And they haven't won a regulation game in 3 games. The only regulation game they won was on opening night against Michigan Tech. So,
We went into great lengths last week about the origin of Michigan Tech and
yes, they were part of the WCHA, by
their
the
big
way.
1975 championship that we'll
Yeah.
never forget about.
So not a horrible team to necessarily lose to, but at home, come on. So yeah, I'm not comfortable with this team right now. They have a lot of good players, but they need to figure out they need to figure their shit out defensively. They're just giving up a lot too many shots. man. Too many shots. Losing races to the puck. You can throw out all the stereotypical stuff, but they're going into play the Fighting Hawks.
Yep.
Yeah. Fighting
By the way,
Hawks.
Fighting
for everyone who
Hawks.
makes fun of us for that name, we hate it too. So
Yeah,
if
I know.
anything, you're agreeing with us.
I'm just stating what their name is per NCAA. So
The edit I saw today of a postage truck where it was the Hawks logo instead, it was way too good.
yeah,
Like, it wasn't one where you could tell someone, they photoshopped it to look like a real photo. I don't know if it was AI. It was way too good. It ruined my morning when I woke up and saw that, to be honest.
people are going to get way too, well, especially with the use of AI, people are going to take that way too far. It is crazy how much that, Fighting Hawks, whatever, but if you're going to change it from an historical logo from the Sioux and everything like that, why did they have to make it look so similar to the postage service?
I don't know.
Because a lot of people do not like the USPS.
No.
So,
no.
way they've sometimes handled packages. So it's just not a good look. They're going to get made fun of, especially in this rivalry right now that's very heated between the Gophers and North Dakota. I think personally, as a prediction, I think they're going to split it. I would be shocked if they go into North Dakota. I could see the Gopher. If someone's going to get swept, it's going to be the Gophers.
Right.
To be honest with you, like that,
I
the
agree
way
with
they
that
played.
too, but I think a split is pretty realistic. It seems, I think the last 3 or 4 times they've played in this series, it's been a split.
Yep.
Usually one team comes out swinging on Friday night, the other answers back on Saturday, and then we're like, all right, see you in 2 years.
I could see the Gophers coming out, maybe even winning by a few goals, and then we get all excited, and then North Dakota comes out and wins like 8-0, or something. It's just it's always like that. No matter how good the teams are, and they're all. I mean, this is college hockey in the Midwest, in the northern United States, right? Midwest.
Now, Jake,
they're always good.
Do you think the Gophers are prepared to enter a hostile environment where you're legally allowed to drink on shuttles to the game? Are they prepared? Are they prepared for that?
I think so. I think they've. I think people underestimate. I know North Dakota gets crazy up there, and that they drink on shuttles and all that. Great, but I think they underestimate the power of the University of Minnesota and what they've had to deal with. There are some crazy people at Mariucci that go to those games. Those students will get throttled. So I think that's fine. I think
they're
going
to travel well. I wonder what the split. What do you think the split's going to be? Is it going to be like 60-40?
Man, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I would say it's more close. I would go in the 70-30, 80-20 range.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Probably
I
80-20.
The resale, by the way.
Yeah.
Have you seen tickets to get in?
No.
Uppers are like $200. Like
Jeez.
nosebleeds are like $200.
Heck,
I believe it.
Because I assume
Big reason I'm not going.
it's sold out, right?
Yeah, it sold out instantly, and then people start. I think resale opened at like $400 for nosebleeds.
That's insane. See, I'd love to go up there, but yeah, that's way too expensive. I'd rather just go to a bar and watch it, and I don't need to use the gas to go all the way up there to just watch it at a bar.
Yeah.
As a Gopher fan, right? I mean, maybe for a North Dakota fan that maybe makes a little bit more sense, but for me, that really doesn't unless I could get into that arena. That would be electric up there, seeing North Dakota, Minnesota.
Have you never been?
I've been to the Ralph, but
Okay.
I've never been there for Gopher.
Oh man, dude! I went there for a Bulldog series.
Yeah.
and it's electric.
Not the same thing as Minnesota Gophers rivalry in North Dakota, though. Sorry.
No, but it's still.
I know,
it's
still-
definitely a rivalry,
sure.
but not to the extent. I missed this one.
Now
I've been to the Ralph a few times.
I'm going into this game really cocky.
Mm.
I think we're gonna sweep.
Okay.
We have this Keaton Veerhoff kid
Yep.
has from the WHL. Like the North Dakota's done a great job of bringing in a lot of fresh faces, especially with this new WHL CHL path to the pros.
Yep.
This Keaton kid, they're saying, is already probably going to be an NHLer. Just looking at him in his first few games, he's got, I believe, 2 goals already. I'm also personally a Gibson homosexual.
Okay.
Our goalie, Gibson Homer, ASU transfer, which is so funny because I'm pretty sure we've brought in multiple goalies in the last few years from ASU. I think at this point, Arizona State is just our goaltender farm system.
Mm-hmm.
He's got also a .923 save percentage through 2 games. 3-0 under our new coach, Dane Jackson.
Dane Jackson.
Little weird situation coming out of last year with Bradbury getting fired.
Yep.
they hire someone that's part of his staff. It's just, I didn't know what the transition would be like. It seems like the players like him. It seems like he's doing well so far. I just want to address all the people who were like, St. Thomas was ranked going into that game. That was bullshit. North Dakotas are frauds. Like, St. Thomas wasn't even a good team. It's like, okay, we kicked their ass 2 nights in a row. Like, were we not supposed to do that?
Yeah, sorry. Maybe you're just St. Thomas. Maybe you're just not as good as you think you are.
Yeah.
At least I think people thought they were when they first got into Division I hockey. They looked like they were going to start beating on some teams, and then
I don't know how they got ranked.
I don't know. Just because they're in Minnesota.
That. Yeah, I guess it was like, well, they got to get ranked eventually, so let's just start them out of the gates ranked.
Yeah, every Minnesota team usually maybe they're looking at I know they've been recruiting okay, but I mean, I still think St. Thomas has a lot to prove.
Yeah.
In college hockey,
they've made it a long ways since
Division I.
I think like one of their first games when we went to Hockey Day in Mankato, and they lost like 8-2 or something.
They got
to
destroyed.
Mankato.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It should be a good weekend. Should we do a bet?
Yes.
Do you want to do a bet?
A bet?
A bet.
Yes.
Like,
I wonder how do you regulate it though? Because
I don't think the Gophers are gonna like sweep or anything like, or I wouldn't be confident
Okay,
enough.
we got to think of
How do
something.
you-
For a sweep, it's got to be kind of crazy.
I think yeah, we got to do a sweep bet. So
Like, Jake needs to go drive to North Dakota and buy you a grinder and bring it back to you.
But the thing is, I genuinely think the Gophers could get swept. I mean, we can do the bet for fun, but
you don't believe in it.
yeah, because I think the Gophers the way they played the first few games, it
You guys
scares
gotta do
me.
a bet, though. You got to do something.
They went 1-2-1 at home.
I have
in the first 4
I have a
games.
punishment idea, but you don't sound confident. And I don't know if you would actually do this if you get swept.
Well, just throw it out in the
Luka.
ether and let's see it.
I'd-
Let's
I'm
hear it.
I'm all over this concept I've seen from fantasy football leagues, and I think I was telling you about this weekend, where you have to sit in a bar from open to close by yourself for an entire day, and every drink you finish is an hour off of the time.
Yep.
So if this bar is open for 16 hours, let's say 9 a.m.
Yeah.
to 2 a.m.
Well,
Is that right?
I think so. A
Speaking
lot of
North
bars.
Dakota,
a lot of
math.
bars. Yep.
And then that could be funny.
I think you should do it.
But I kind of see what I don't know if UND would get swept.
Yeah.
Just based on what I've seen. I'm also a homer.
See,
I'm a homosexual.
the odds are more in Jack's favor for a bet because you're playing in North Dakota.
Yeah.
For them to the odds of the
What
Gophers
if-
sweeping are a lot less than North Dakota did. The
So
Gophers.
why don't we do the bet? And if North Dakota sweeps, then you have to do it. If they split, then I have to do it.
Oh!
I'm that confident.
You're that confident
I'm
that
that
they're going to
fucking
sweep?
confident. Yeah. Based on what I've seen, which
You gotta.
I've seen 3 games, which is not enough.
Yeah,
Not enough.
It's a small
but
sample size. If I forgot, I looked up the goalie's name, Nathan Airy. He's the one that has been playing pretty well. The Luca Di Pasco.
Well,
played
he
in the
doesn't
game.
sound French at all.
He gave up like 4+ goals in his first game. So,
We have a deal.
sure, yeah, we got a deal. Yes, deal.
The bar? The bar one?
bar bet.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Out.
So then technically, well, yeah, it's almost like I'm taking the spread here. I'm taking the
You're taking the
minus
spread.
points.
They got to sweep.
So if
for
there's
you
a
to-
tie or we get swept, then I lose.
Yep.
All right, deal.
So you got to sweep. The Gophers got to, or the North Dakota's got to sweep.
What else is chat saying? How are people feeling about this? 'Cause
Someone just said 23 is not a bust. Shout out Carson.
that's true. Yeah, I'm wearing
Very
the
true.
shirt.
Very true.
Yeah, we definitely are interested in your punishments for these guys.
Well, we already locked one down.
Okay.
You got to sit at
We
a
didn't
bar from open to close.
You got to sit at a bar from open to close, and
But every drink is an hour
it's
off.
an hour off.
Yeah. I feel like you might end up not being there then, I guess, the whole depending on how much you drink. But thing is, that could be miserable if you get there early in the morning and
You got to get shit faced.
you have to get shit faced, and then if it's a Saturday, you're just shit faced for the rest of the day.
Hell yeah.
Might as well, then okay, whatever. I think it's just the punishment in itself is showing up right at when the bar opens and then just ordering a shit ton of drinks.
Just having to be alone too. I
And-
mean, you can watch sports and
be alone and you won't necessarily be alone, but you'll be with the other degenerates that show up at
Correct.
the bar and do
There'll
this
be-
challenge on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
They don't even know they do it.
You'll explain the challenge, and he's like, "Wait, I do this every Saturday by
Yeah.
myself."
Hey, you
They'll be
guys-
like, "Okay, I do this every day."
You got to do that Burger Mo so you can get Captain's Patch.
That's actually a good idea.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Okay, the challenge has to be a Burger Mo's, and every captain's patch off is an hour.
Is an hour.
There we go. See, smart. Was that someone else, or was that you, Sarge?
That was my dome.
Wow. Look at
Believe it or
you.
not.
Yeah, and then people can come in to the Burger Mo's as they please. And
Yeah, true.
sit down. And then every burger consumed.
Should there be a food aspect?
No. I think it's just booze. Food doesn't count.
Yeah, that's-
that is crazy. You'll probably go in there when the bar opens,
What-
and then
let's look up their hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's-
Burger Mo's
Jeez.
hours. 11 to 11.
But they're open later on the game nights, aren't they?
Yeah. So
But
this would,
that,
so you should be able to choose your night.
right. My computer's.
You shouldn't have fired it up, Jake.
I know.
You got it angry.
Yeah, so you can pick a night. Is it 11:11 every night? I thought it's open a little later on like game nights. This fucking thing.
Time to throw it against the wall.
Yeah, I
That's
might
Jake's
need to
laptop, by the
Yeah,
way.
it's just.
Well, here's a fun fact. Happy hour is between 9 and 11. So if you want to save the best for last, try to save yourself some money financially.
I guess I could. That's what's gonna suck is the
Yeah.
finances of it, but whatever.
Yeah, it's
Fuck it.
it actually sounds a lot more fun than a punishment. But it's a punishment. The fact that that's a long time to sit there
It is a long time to sit at
for
one bar
basically no reason.
because like we're used to sometimes being at bars for a long period of time, but maybe a few hours, 4 hours max. But you're moving around, walking around, you're with friends. But the fact that you got to be in solitary confinement in a bar is can be a little daunting. But whatever. You got booze, you can just sit there and.
All right, before we move on,
Yeah.
any other thoughts? I mean, I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're back. Twitter is already buzzing with hate on both sides.
Yep.
It's great. It's what makes this league especially
Yeah.
good is the rivalries. Say what you want about college hockey, but the rivalries are elite.
Yeah, no, I would say so as well. I think it's been a good non-conference schedule to start, at least for the Gophers. Boston College, and they have UMD next week, so it's a good start to the college hockey season.
Yep.
We're finally getting cooler weather too to go with it.
Yeah,
so
a little crisp in the air.
it's fitting now. Finally,
I also did probably ruin Sarge's day by telling him something he didn't know, that Seth Jarvis I heard this on an interview today. He toured Duluth.
Would have been sick.
Was thinking about going there and stayed in juniors instead. So
that sucks.
Seems like the right
another
choice for him.
Another L for Duluth there.
Yep.
All right, well, while we're on the topic of hockey, we can talk about the Wild, who are playing the Dallas Stars here in an hour.
Yeah.
I guess we could just start at the most relevant, which was last night's game against the Kings.
Well,
I was there behind the bench. No secret there. Shout out to my buddy Chris Duprat for the seats behind the bench, which you've sat there.
yep.
Cool spot.
Very, very cool spot.
Yeah.
It's insane. You can see the pores on players' skin.
Mm-hmm.
You can see John Hines' bald head.
Can you
up
see your
close.
reflection off of his bald
Ed,
head?
You
By
can.
the
You
way,
can through the glass.
Speaking
Yes.
of pores and bald heads, you'd think Ed Gein would have season tickets in those spots.
Yeah, you definitely would because you'd have a good view of skin.
Yeah.
And seeing which skin is best.
I did have someone ask the latest on John Hines' scab.
Oh yeah.
Top of his head.
Yeah. You say it was
They were-
covered.
I
It's
was-
good to go. It's healed.
I was like, what did coaches always say? Like, it's trending in the right direction
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they talk about players' injuries.
Yeah.
I was like, the scab is trending in the right
Yeah.
direction.
Not 100%, but
100%. Yeah.
you're getting there 70, 80%.
I guess we shouldn't be surprised. Like, no lead is enough for a Minnesota sports team.
No, especially they scored too quick, too fast.
Yeah.
Too quick, too fast.
4 goals. Hartsy's got called back, but like 4 goals in 2 minutes.
Yep.
3 minutes. I mean, the Kings just kept stacking the box. They just wanted us to win, but we didn't want to win. It seemed like in the third, we just kind of started playing on our heels, and But 3 power play goals was great. The 3-on-3, I'll tell you this, a lot more stressful from behind the bench. Like when you can hear Hines like talking to the coaches and the
Yep.
players, and And you can just like feel the anxiety that
Yep.
that they have, or like even during shootouts, like
Yeah.
Krill misses his goal, Boldy misses his goal. They both come
Yep.
back and drop F-bombs instantly. Like, you're definitely a lot more in the foxhole from behind the bench.
Yeah. In a shootout, that's I can't say I've sat that close for a shootout or anything, but yeah, it's a whole different experience. The end of the overtime when we committed the penalty, I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna lose this game, and they kept peppering it. Volstead, besides that, the third period, not all his fault by any means. We just kind of collapsed defensively. The Kings were just pounding it on him.
Yeah.
But he was just on fire at the end of that overtime and into the shootout.
He must have been gassed.
He had to be. I would be done.
A 4-on-3.
Yeah, just
Like a 5-on-4 is hard enough, but a 4-on-3.
Yeah, the shuffling around the crease to try to, because they were trying to get Fiala on the one timer.
Fiala,
on the goal line.
Kopitar, Drew Doughty all out there. I'm like, I thought we were done.
These experienced veteran players that have won cups, So, yeah, it was Volstead. He just looked so quick. He was very satisfying to watch. Just his up-downs were just pristine, and his angles. And
I also like being on the ice at that level. Like, obviously, I don't sit down there often either, but it's so much faster down there. I don't know, like, from a goalie standpoint, how they control rebounds at that speed. Like,
especially how fast the puck gets shot at you.
Yeah,
like
you don't even see it.
You don't even see it. Okay, I didn't even see it. I barely felt it hit me. Where the hell is it?
Yeah.
The fact it's hand-eye coordination. I mean, that's the reason they're in the league. It's actually insane. I don't know how they do it.
And then
Don't know how they do it.
our boy Rossi, not a bust, goes in there and just drops one bar down to seal the
Beautiful.
not quite seal the overtime or the shootout, but to put us one ahead. And then Volstead just drops his nuts on the ice, says, you know what? I don't give a fuck that you scored 3 in the third period. I haven't let in any goals in any other frame of this game. Makes a great save and then proceeds to do the bow and arrow celly, which I wasn't ready for him to celly, but that was clearly a release of energy of like, I was nervous I was gonna fuck this game up and I didn't.
In his debut on the season, he hasn't played, in a lot of games, and when he has, he's lost, I think. Not that it was, again, going back to the games when he did play, we fed him to the Wolves on injured fucking rosters, so that was annoying. But no, I think he had a lot of pressure on him, and big release of energy. Yeah, it was great to see a stoic guy like that do that, like those European Swedish guys, just like when Gustafsson has a little fun, and he just feels like he's, talking with their thick accents. It's so funny. But
well, it was great too because Gorg was doing his post game interview, and I forgot that those seats our friends have are like right behind it. It took me till the end of the interview to remember that, and I kind of like ducked down and like waved at the camera. But during that interview, Wallstead was like, he was trying to talk and he just fumbled his words. He's like, I forgot how to speak English, and I was like, dude, that's pretty much every fan in here that drinks.
Yeah.
By the end of the game, like
you're one of us at this point, but pal, whether you're from Sweden or you're from Edina, Minnesota, we're all struggling to talk at this point in the game. Whether you lost your voice or you've had too many captain's patches or whatever, or Patron, like we've had at Wild Games before. Don't recommend that.
Preseason Wild Games.
Yeah.
We see a Jake Jensen.
Yep.
What else? I did run into Billy G.
Yep.
Down in the by the Custom One Lounge.
Oh, yep.
I just said, would you take a look at this guy? He turned around. He goes, they let fucking anyone in here, don't they? And I'm like, yeah, they do.
No.
And then of course, I had my Billy G shirt on.
Yeah.
There's
must have loved that.
Nothing like running into your favorite bartender in the arena. You got to tip them well.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, Bill Guerin, I've run into him down there before too, and he just is like just in shock of why we're us people, just degenerates, are just letting this very nice area. And there's a lot of people that are very, mature and cordial down there, and then it's just us.
There's like the suits, the people who are there on corporate, and then it's us, and we're like, wait, you mean I get to drink for free and I don't have to pay?
Yeah.
I should get really drunk.
And they have the mountain of hot dogs.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man.
The problem is I got invited to go there like right after I ate.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping, which, the nice thing about living down here is when people need like a last minute addition to their party because someone dropped out, I usually get the call.
Yeah.
But I did not get a chance to get one of those glizzies. But however, I did also run into our friend Ryan Carter,
Yep.
does the color commentating and Wild on 7th and Wild post game and everything. And he saw I had a captain's patch in my hand. He's like, I'm jealous. He pointed at the beer.
Because he could find a way to sneak it, but he doesn't want to risk his job. It is illegal to do that on air or have had any drinks on air, folks.
Yep. Per the FCC.
But we're not regulated by the FCC, so
No.
we can do whatever the hell we want. I mean, this is vodka.
We may or may not have
I'm
gone on K-Fan.
Yeah, allegedly.
Into the state fair day.
Sure.
Do the
I
math
mean,
there.
that was kind of tough to be at the state fair all day and go on at 7 p.m.
Yeah. Well, we ate enough.
Yeah, we ate enough. We were fine. We didn't cuss or swear. We were good. We did not get K-Fan canceled.
Yeah. Here's a stat in the game that you probably don't care about. They skated 49 miles according to NHL Edge.
Okay, great. So they're tracking miles now. Wow.
Z Boyums skated up to 18 miles an hour, which I
Okay.
think that's good.
Yeah.
Carell gets up to about 20.
Yeah.
I like analytics, but the advanced ones, I'm like, I cannot believe you're investing millions of dollars into tracking how far they're skating.
Yeah. Eventually they're gonna start tracking like I don't know what else.
How many ounces of piss they piss out a game.
Yeah. See if you took 3 pisses between the first and
kidneys are
second
doing.
intermission, or how many shits a player did,
Yeah.
or they're just
Dr.
getting
Pepper's consumed if you're Ovi.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. They're doing. Like, we don't need to see that. I just want to see shots on goal. Maybe time on ice. Sure, that's an interesting.
That's a good one.
Interesting stat they've introduced, but
Top speed is
eventually we're gonna go full circle and they're gonna start creating the
circle around the puck.
the circle around the puck, the lighted puck.
Dude,
back in the day.
they are. I actually like this. They are doing the circle around the star player. If you've noticed this year.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Bally is.
Yep.
I like that, but I'm like, this is a slippery slope.
We're just history repeats itself. We do not want to be doing what they did. It was the late '90s where they just introduced it like a lighted puck because people complained about not seeing it, and then people were just like, "Oh, fuck it, I'll just deal with it," because it was a disaster. It was so distracting.
Oh, it's
You
horrible.
couldn't see any. You couldn't watch what was going on the ice around the puck because it was just this blob of darkness.
Yeah.
And then they would try to track. Then I think every time they shot, they would try to do a shot tracker in real time. And I'm like, this is, guys.
It's almost worse than the NBC shot tracker that they do, the golf one where
Yeah.
like they hit the tee shot and it goes red if it's
Yeah.
like heading to if it's gonna miss the fairway, and
Yeah.
then sometimes it just like stays in the
It
middle
just
of the
stays.
fairway.
It's like, oh no, that's exactly what it was turning into, and it was that we don't need that. So let's
Yeah.
just tune it back on some of the stats here. I don't care what technology we have.
Yeah.
We don't need to go beyond whatever the basic stats are in the NHL.
Also, rip to the beloved feet line that was broken up on Monday.
Yeah, that's
They
fine.
Cue the taps. That was Foligno, Erikssonek, and Tarasenko, who he's been a bit of a bummer so far. He's had some chances. I think he just needs to bury one goal and he'll be good. But,
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. Hopefully,
The feet,
we
the
need him.
feet line had some legs though. Those were good bones. That could have been a real fun bit. It would have worked.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it was just the name. I mean, what was the
A lot of porn guys on
the
Twitter got
geek
pumped
line
about
or
that.
whatever? Oh yeah. They
Oh
loved that.
yeah, that was
Greenway, Erikssonek, and then Kaprizov. What was that?
that was
That could be
the
wrong. The geek line.
I don't know if it was Geek. Whoa. Chat, help us out. What was the line with Greenway and Foligno? Was it
or grief or
Grief line? Yeah.
grief line or something. It was
Greenway, Erikssonek, Foligno. That's what it was.
People were making way too big of a deal about it, to be honest with you, because like half the time they just kept that line together, and
Yeah.
I feel like they would score. Like Greenway would struggle, and then Foligno was more of the enforcer type, and it was just like, this doesn't feel right, but people wanted to keep it going
Yeah.
because of the name. But the feet line had a very short-lived tenure.
Although the third line they made really fun. It was Foligno, Hartman, and Trenyan, who had more fucking hits than Pete Rose.
Yep. Well, the grief.
They were just literally running out there and killing everyone last night. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah, that's
like love Foligno, but yeah, he even knows like I'm not a top 6 player. Like, he goes out there and battles on the bottom six and hits people, and he's not like – so putting him on that second line was weird. But with, Zuccarello being out for the next month, it's just and then, Sturm, I guess, is a bottom six centerman. But there's just – we're already injured. It's truly unfortunate.
Yeah, this is par for the course with the Wild of having injuries. I mean, Zuccarello should be back next month or December maybe.
I auto drafted him in fantasy hockey.
Yeah, I have a quarter of my team in fantasy hockey was auto drafted injured players.
We're playing head to head this week.
Yeah, we are.
Do we just do a second bar bet?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. If you lose this week, you got to go.
Could you imagine getting stuck
man.
having to cash in 2 of those back to back?
Oh man, you got to do it 2 days in a row.
Burn an entire weekend at Burger Mo's.
It's like, and then say you drink like 8 drinks, and you cut in 8 hours. Like, I'm just gonna roll it over into the next bet.
Yeah,
and then you're there till, till
could
bar
actually,
closes
that's
the
not
next day.
If you're there for 12 hours and you have 8 drinks in 4 hours, you're gonna be pretty shit faced, but you can at least leave.
Right, exactly. You're right. That you got to strategize it, right?
Kind of, however, whether you want to run or you want to walk the marathon is kind of
exactly
up to you.
You got to think. So if you get to, like we were talking about Burger Mo's, you get there at 11 a.m. and you have 8 beers in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Which isn't horrible, but you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
The rest of the day.
Yeah, and I love Captain's Patch, but the hangovers are, it's a craft beer.
It is a
so
craft beer. You're gonna feel it. It's not like a Mick Ultra.
But Jake, at least you can walk into Burger Mo's and not fall in a sinkhole because the sinkhole has been officially filled.
It has been filled. It's no longer a hazard out there in West 7th.
No longer a traffic jam either, because if you ever drive down there when that thing was there, like during a Wild game, that would have been a nightmare, which I'm sure, they factored into their timeline of fixing it. But yeah, now it's just this big, like maybe 10-foot wide paved area of just one side of the road or maybe both sides. And people who don't know the story will never have known that 30 feet below that was a gaping hole that swallowed cars.
It was a big gaping hole, right?
Big old gaping hole.
I'm hoping when they did construction that they inspected the rest of the area to prevent another sinkhole from happening.
Right.
It'd suck if they just get this one filled up and then just right down the road or across the street, another sinkhole.
Band-Aid fix.
Especially now that it's going to be very busy, there in the next however many months with Wild season here. So
yeah,
that was a safety hazard. Now we're good to go. Now you can walk around Tom Reed's and Burger Mo's, be as drunk as can be and not have to worry about falling in a gaping hole.
12 hours. Yep.
It's fun.
All right. Anything else on the Wild? Yeah, we got the Stars here in 45 minutes. We get the beloved ESPN crew. I'm sure a lot of people will be very pleased of Leah Hextall's.
Yeah, of her analysis.
My brother hates her.
Yeah, that's not a hot take at all.
There's 2 people that everyone hates in the world, and that's Pierre Maguire and Leah Hextall. It's just I know Pierre Maguire is, some people like he kind of always bothered me too, but yeah, Leah Hextall, some of the analysis is just not on.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I don't like some of the crew that does it in general. They don't sound like they know what hockey is.
Yeah,
like,
I think they actually have though done a good job of beefing up their intermission show. Like,
sure.
They brought Oshie in.
Yeah.
They brought Torts in.
Yep. Tortorella.
Do you think they just told
That's
Torts
fun.
like, dude, you know what? You say whatever you want as long as you don't swear and get us kicked off.
We'll make sure we have a bleep button or a delayed button or whatever.
Like, what if they had him do intermission interviews and he just like started yelling at the player like they were his own player?
Yeah. I know. That would be great.
It'd be fun.
If he gets into an argument with like PK Subban or something. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They're out there they're not putting any drive or motivation out on the ice.
Tries to just start bag skating other panelists.
Yeah, right.
As
if he's a coach.
Tries to bag skate Messier.
Yeah, or Messier.
Messier, get out there, old man.
Yeah, come on. Or you want to go out there then? Go out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go, pal.
Yeah.
You'll just get all aggressive.
I mean, you can say what you want about the ESPN crew. I'm just happy I don't have to watch the game on meth streams tonight.
No. I know. Well, what was that? Oh, yeah. Wait. Can you not watch on FanDuel?
I don't have FanDuel.
Oh, yeah. So you have to watch on meth streams, yeah.
I do have to.
Yeah.
I would get FanDuel, but, dude, I have so many So many subscriptions.
Yeah.
It's like the Rocket Money commercials.
Yep. I know.
No, I just got too many of them. So
Yeah.
I allegedly use meth streams.
Yeah. Allegedly meth streams.
Technically, I do watch the game on Bally Sports North. So actually, I'm
Or
not
FanDuel Sports.
Sorry. Yes.
It's no longer Bally, formerly known as Fox
keep up,
Sports
Jack.
North.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how they don't give. You would think they would want more people to watch it, but no, I guess they don't. You know, it's just on. It's not on any cable service except for DirecTV.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
As a Dish network guy growing up, I used to just be able to turn the channel to 436, which I think was Fox Sports North, and you watch whatever you want. And those days are gone.
No, now they just want to cuck over the fans.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, Gopher football, Jake.
Yeah.
Saturday night, Purdue. Why wasn't this? We talked about it the whole day. Why wasn't this a 2:30 game?
I don't know.
Latest?
11 a.m. or 2:30. I don't know. It comes down to scheduling. They always have to, I think, give every team a night game, or they want to. I don't know if because it was on Big Ten Network. I think the Big Ten Network wants to have a night game every week and have at least showcase every team once, I think, or something like that. There's a stupid rule that they want to do. So, but yeah, it should have been earlier, so we could have tried to get to the Wild home opener, which ended up being a dud anyway. But
Yeah.
I think don't get me wrong, I love night games. It was great, but Purdue, Minnesota, or at least Purdue. I mean, come on.
I mean, it did kind of deliver, but in a sad way.
Yeah.
It should have been as close as it was.
No, it shouldn't have. They won though in the end, but it went aggressively long too.
Yeah.
The game was almost 4 hours. Like it's on
Yeah.
Big Ten Network. Like usually you might see that on ABC or ESPN or even NBC. You know, the national networks. But it's like what it didn't feel like the game was that long. But you like looked at your watch and it was like. The first half took over 2 hours.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
And then we
man.
did have a badass halftime show though.
Yeah, Chad Smith.
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. We didn't know we heard he was in town. He was going to do something for halftime, and then we see them rolling out a Minnesota Gopher themed drum kit, which I pants got very tight.
Yeah.
And the marching band played Red Hot Chili Peppers songs, and he was drumming.
They
to
were
it,
like
so it was
rotating the different shapes around him.
great. Yeah, of the Red Hot Chili Peppers symbols
Very
and
well coordinated.
album arts. Oh yeah, it was beautiful. It was awesome. That made my night. That maybe made my life, I guess. But yeah, no. Overall, though, the game was still fun. We always have fun at games and everything like that. You know, tailgating at the old stomping grounds of the St. Paul lot.
Yep.
Lot S108
Yep.
or whatever it's called.
Tried to go to Giggles for one.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah,
open.
no, it
Not
wasn't.
open until August of 2026, unfortunately.
If they open Giggles on that in the state fairgrounds for Gopher football game days, that bar would get bombarded.
That'd be fun.
You know, fun. That would be,
Why
a
not?
quick walk over there.
Open it for 1 weekend.
Open O'Gara's and Giggles
that would
at the state fair.
Yeah.
They get enough people down to that state fair lots, but also it's only $15 to park.
Yeah.
So a lot
and then
of
a
people
shuttle
just,
takes you to the game and
Yeah.
back. Like it's
very slick,
very
very
doable.
simple. 5-minute shuttle. You know, it's
Yeah.
a great time. So yeah, we were chilling over there. We were having a great time.
yeah. Well, and for all the people who are like, it's an embarrassing crowd. No one's there. It's homecoming. It's because the fucking Wild home opener was happening at the same exact time.
Yeah,
That did
that's
not help.
competing. That doesn't help. I feel like they announced the attendance. It was like 49,000+, which was, I think, more than the first couple games.
I always wonder if that number is subjective. Every time they read that number off at a game and you look around, they did that at the Wild game last night. You're like, there's just no way. But maybe that's number of tickets sold and then people don't show up, or maybe, that's before people sell their tickets.
Yeah, I don't know if that has to do with if they track that by tickets sold or scanned tickets.
Because they're going to tell you the number that's more.
Yeah.
They wouldn't tell you if scanned tickets is always going to be the less. They're not going to tell you that.
No, they definitely won't. But I do remember back in the really bad days ago for football, 15 years ago with Tim Brewster, I remember the attendance was 38,000, 40,000. And the fact that there are 40,000 people still
just
here,
no
this
way.
is crazy. But yeah, I mean, but I think it was one of those things where it was a late game. There was a lot of people in there, I think, when I was looking around at kickoff, but then it just kind of dies off. The game's dragging on, and, so people probably do eventually leave, all the families with the young kids, whatever, that probably start crying because they're like, why did you take me to go for a football game? No, I'm joking.
I've accepted though that this Gopher team, they're gonna play like fuck for 3 quarters, and then the 4th quarter they're gonna turn it on.
They're going to turn it up. And the O-line did not look good. Like, when they gave Drake Lindsay time to throw the ball, he could actually throw the fucking football. Like, he could actually have time. Like, they can make shit happen. From what I heard and I looked at it after the game, I think that Purdue quarterback, that one touchdown should have been called back. I think he fumbled it before, like he almost threw the ball into the pylon.
The first one?
No, not the first one. That one was clean. It was in the second half. It was on our side of the field. He was running outside and he dove in and hit the pylon. But if you looked at it in slow motion, like he literally let go of the football, almost like he threw it and then it hit the pylon. The ball was out of his hand.
Oh.
And so it's like by rule, and people around us, when it happened, they're like, my buddy just said he was watching it on TV, and he said it was a fumble.
So if you fumble out of bounds, it's a touchback,
It's
right?
a touchback, or a safety or a touchback.
Yeah,
we saw
yeah.
Justin Jefferson do that, in the Eagles game a few years back. So I know it was probably very close, and maybe they couldn't confirm it, but it looked kind of like he did that on the big screen. They only showed it one time because they reviewed it so damn quickly, but I still think maybe that should have been turned back, but then again, the Gophers defense shouldn't allow the quarterback to try to
That
get
guy was
close.
running all over us.
Yeah, it was pissing me off. Like it was.
He would drop back, he'd take one progression, and then he would see a hole and run for 20 yards.
Yeah.
That was the extent of their. I think I remember there was a stat like the second half at one point they had double the amount of rushing yards we did, and we were running the ball well too.
Well, they had like 260 some rushing yards.
Crazy.
They only had like 100 some pass yards, but I think we only had like 12 rush yards going into the half.
Yeah.
I think we turned it up, obviously, but yeah, I mean, but then again, they won.
Yeah.
They won in the end. They're 4-2. They're 2-1 in the Big Ten. I don't care how bad Purdue is. Like they won.
Like what are they? Once again, what are they supposed to do? Lose?
Yeah, exactly. Like this maybe I'm hoping this isn't turning like a big rant for me or anything, but like it probably will. Well, no, it just pisses me off. I probably had like 3 or 4 people text me during the game, PJ's gone, or PJ should be fired. If he loses this game, he's getting fired. Blah, 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 blah. Or like people, you probably know some of these people who probably,
yeah. Well,
someone texted me after the game,
Yeah.
wow, what a fucking horseshit game. But I'm like, we won, LOL. Like, calm down. Like, relax.
not supposed to be pretty, dude. Not to
This is
compare
college football.
I can't believe I'm going to do this. I'm going to compare the Gophers to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
The Kansas City Chiefs won a lot of ugly football games last year.
Yep.
And they actually made it to the Super Bowl.
Yep. And so that means the Gophers, they can still make the college football playoff. They're 2-1.
It might not be a pretty watch, people, but they're winning games.
They're winning games, and I want to go back on the PG. I want to talk objectively speaking.
Yeah, very objective.
I'm not saying subjectively. Like, my opinions on PJ Fleck. I like him. There's things that I don't like him. But objectively speaking, to the people who, like, I would say maybe have like the PJ Fleck derangement syndrome, where they constantly hate PJ Fleck. They constantly, I want him fired. Like they're wasting their time thinking
Jake,
about
they
him.
hate that he jumps on top of the team after they win.
Sure, there's people that hate that, but you love that or hate that, right? But objectively speaking, PJ Fleck is not going to be fucking fired, and he's not going to be fired anytime soon.
Yeah, coming off of one of his best recruiting years, too.
He's a top 20. He has a top 15 recruiting class. I'm just listing objective facts here.
Yeah, not that you're on his staff or anything.
No.
Coach Hawk.
Coach Hawk, no. But he has a top 15 recruiting class coming in the next couple of years. He's recruited well in general since he's been here. He's had a majority of his seasons here. He's had winning seasons. And when I say winning seasons, I mean 7-5 or better. I'm not saying national championship. In college football, that's very hard to do consistently.
Mm-hmm. He's got a Duke's Mayo Bowl under his belt.
Yeah, he's won all his bowl games. I know some of them were shitty. I hate the bowl system personally, but he's done things here in terms of like beating Wisconsin and beating Iowa once or twice. Or has he beat Iowa here? Oh, he's beat Iowa. We beat Iowa on the road. I don't care.
It was
if
on the road,
But
yeah.
still, like before that, Jerry Kill hardly did that. Tim Brewster definitely. I'm just saying, like, people need to calm down. Like, it's like when you start gambling on roulette at the casino. You're like, oh, you start winning money. You're like, oh, this is great, but you don't cash out and you keep going, you lose it all. Like, people
Right.
want to fire Fleck. You don't know how good we actually have it
Right.
in Minnesota,
Right.
and how bad our history has been since 1960.
I mean, things could always be better, but
Right, sure.
But if you look at the other end of the history of Gopher football, things could be really bad.
Look, I want
Look
them
at the
to win.
Badgers right
Yeah,
now. You
dude,
could
we
be them.
We could be losing 30-0 at home to an Iowa team that is not good offensively.
Right.
And so this is look, of course I want them to go to the playoffs. And people are bringing up, well, the Indiana coach turned around into, well, first off, that doesn't happen very often, okay? That's great what they're doing in Indiana. That's fantastic. But that doesn't mean you just fire PJ Fleck because they're not doing what Indiana's doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it goes back to, I want them to win it, go to a playoff and win the national championship. That's the goal every fucking year. But with 140 plus teams in the FBS competing for that, it's in the Big Ten, too, of 18 teams. That's hard to do. And PJ Fleck stays in the top half every year.
Without a massive NIL fund. Not that that's like anyone's fault, but just some schools have wealthier almuni than others.
Exactly.
Michigan paid $10 million for a quarterback.
Indiana has a bunch of money that people don't
They're
realize.
throwing in probably for basketball, but they're getting it. But like going back to I've seen, and we've all seen this, but like when I got season tickets to go over football with my dad in like 2009, 2010. My God, that team couldn't tackle someone on the kickoff.
Yeah.
They were losing to Purdue 40-10. I remember when Tim Brewster got fired and he was here 4 fucking years, we lost 42-7 in Purdue.
They were throwing
and
glass
Purdue wasn't
bottles
that,
on the field of the Metrodome.
yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, well, that was 07, the last game at the Metrodome, which was Tim Brewster's first year after we fired Glenn Mason, who we fired because we needed to move forward of getting over the hump because he was kind of in PJ's position where we were going 7-5, 8-4, 6-6, still winning bowl games. He did have a couple of the biggest college football collapses, by the way. Glenn Mason did it in last couple of bowl games, but still, we went from like 7-5 to 1-11, lost to Iowa like 48-3 in that last game at the Dome in 2007.
Yeah,
and then
tough watch.
Then I think we started 6-1 the next year, and then dropped our last like 5 or 6 games, and barely could get the round 6-6 the first year at TCF. Then shit the bed in 2010 when Brewster got fired. But those teams were so rough to watch.
Yeah.
Like they were they lost to North Dakota State in 2007 when North Dakota State wasn't technically even like, they weren't nearly as good as they were with like Carson Wentz. This was before Carson Wentz. But yeah, I don't want to rant too much, but all I know is that they
seem passionate.
This team has been really fucking bad, and when someone comes out to me and be like, "PJ's bad, this team's bad," no, dude, you've never fucking seen.
All
bad.
you got to do. This is like
you've never seen bad.
This is like how I answered people in the Wild offseason who said Billy G didn't do shit. He needs to be fired.
That pisses me off.
All you got to do to counter them is ask, "All right, who do we bring in then?"
Yeah.
Well, it's not my job to figure out. Well, no, if you're informed enough to make a decision that we should can the current guy, what's your solution?
Yeah.
Because you clearly have enough insight to know what they should do instead.
Yep.
And then they freeze, and you're like, yeah, kick rocks, fucker.
I've said that about PJ Fleck. All right, who do they bring in?
Yeah.
That's going to
Who's available? Who's going to have a job? By the
James
way.
Franklin.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. Someone's going to say that. That I was thinking about that. The only person right now that I can remotely see that would be maybe right away an upgrade maybe would be James Franklin.
Bring him in as a consultant. Bring him in as a game manager.
Let's bring him seriously.
PJ can do the recruiting. Franklin can do the coaching. National championship, here we come.
I could see right from the get-go, bring him in mid-season.
All right,
that'd be great.
Last thing on Gopher football, we have a big game this Friday.
Yep,
Friday
Nebraska.
games, by the way, that rocks.
Dylan Raiola.
Yep. Patrick Mahomes is, I guess, Ed Gein, basically, a guy who I think might want to wear his skin. And his tight end, who also recently got engaged. You hear about that?
I did not see
Kansas
that.
City tight end is now engaged.
I thought you were talking about Nebraska.
Sorry, no, you're right. Nebraska's tight end is
about
now
the Travis
engaged.
Kelce
To make the
engagement.
whole
Never
thing
heard of
even
him.
weirder.
Yeah. Okay.
It's getting too deep.
And now they're ranked.
That's your phone, by the way. You getting a call?
Who the hell it is? Yeah, we know who that is.
Is it one of the guys who was trash talking PJ?
No, not. Yeah, it is.
Okay,
It's one of the two main ones.
I was gonna say let's put him on, but he might say something that gets us canceled.
we can't do that. We can't do that.
So Nebraska's ranked 25th. They have also lost to UCLA.
Yep.
They lost to Iowa 13-10, which must have been the most disgusting football game in history. And yeah, we can't lose to Dylan Raiola. We can't lose to this guy who's pretending to be someone else. We can't be at the forefront of that. We got to win Friday night. We got to win Friday. It's a must win.
I don't want to. Yeah, especially if we get killed or something. I do not want to lose to this Dylan Raiola guy. No. It just bothers the shit out of me. Nebraska fans that travel.
They're Kmart, Iowa fans.
They're the ones that travel can be really brutal.
Yeah.
And some of them are still nice. I've been down there a couple years ago, and it's just like when I've been to Iowa too. The fans are actually pretty good down there. probably because you're in their stomping grounds or whatever, and they know they can eat you alive, literally, maybe.
Yeah.
Some of those, I don't know. It's Nebraska and Iowa. It's wide open down there. But, some of those Nebraska fans I've gotten into some altercations with over the years at the stadium, and they travel so well. It's going to be half. I've seen it in the past. The stadium is like half.
Oh, they
red.
probably bought their tickets in July when they went on sale.
Some of them are probably already here at Sally's Saloon as we speak.
They're probably already tailgating.
They're
in the pouring rain on Tuesday.
They're tailgating 3 days straight, and that's not a punishment, folks.
Wow.
Like,
that sounds like more fun than doing anything in Omaha.
I guess it does. Yeah. The Mr. Beast challenge, tailgating 3 or 4 days in a lot. I cannot leave. Rain and snow.
I will stay here, and the winner will win $1 million.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk a little Vikings bye week cleanup here. Just a couple headlines. First thing I think of is they just got to be thrilled to be back home after being in Europe for 2 weeks. What's funny about that was last week's London game actually might have been the worst London game of all time.
Yeah.
As if we've played a part in this, admittedly, but the bar hasn't been lower in terms of the quality of these games. Like, what did the Jets have? Minus 10 yards after the first half. Justin Fields looked like Dylan Raiola. Mm-hmm. If Dylan Raiola,
They're so bad, 0-6.
Just horrible. 13-11 final. So
you get 11 points.
I mean, they just got to be pumped to be back, though, dude.
Back in
the States, back to normal food and water bottles that the cap isn't attached to.
Mm-hmm. I think it's obviously a cool experience being out there, but these guys are still working and practicing, and they probably couldn't do a lot of sightseeing. Now I'm just over playing in these soccer stadiums,
hitting TV wires, which we'll get to.
Hitting TV wires because they have no idea that these people who set up stadiums didn't know that you can actually kick a ball, or that they actually kick footballs in these games. They do call it football, So
the other big storyline I got for you guys is a question. Is there finally, for the first time in a while, some legitimate parity in the NFC North? I
was just about to say, I think there is like almost parity around the entire league.
Yeah.
I think the league is almost wide open in who can win it, minus a couple teams like the Jets and Saints and whatever. Even the Saints almost came after the Bills, though.
Yeah.
But for sure in the NFC North, with the Bears beating the Commanders, kind of lucky that they got that fumble at the end of the game in midfield. But still,
you have the Packers at the top because of that stupid fucking tie.
Fuck that tie.
3-1-1. Lions 4-2-0. Vikings 3-2-0. Bears 3-2-0. Mm-hmm. The Bears somehow not screwing it up last night.
They should have lost.
Yeah.
They should have lost. But still, they pulled off a win. They went downfield, took advantage of a stupid mistake from Washington. But, yeah, it's crazy. I thought it'd maybe be like the two teams, like maybe the Vikings or maybe even the Packers, too. And the Bears would just be falling off.
Us, the Packers and the Lions, like even last year. I know the Packers weren't great, but Jordan Love was hurt a lot of the year. Like, that's usually the three-headed battle. But the Bears, despite really collapsing those first few weeks and being in a bad spot, seem like they might actually be okay.
Yeah.
Which scares me, by the way.
I know.
Which is weird.
And it's way more fun when they're hilariously bad and their coaches chewing out reporters and they're blowing leads and missing kicks and getting their field goals blocked. I don't like seeing them win, but it's good for the conference, I guess.
Yeah, who am I going to make fun of now?
Division.
But there's still time. I mean, it's only 5 games through the season, so they could still collapse.
Yeah, they were 4-2 last
year. They were.
That's
You're right. Then they collapsed, and I think it was in Washington actually when they lost on a walk-off Hail Mary last year to Washington. So they kind of got revenge this year. But there's still a lot of time for them to collapse. But still, yeah, they've looked okay. But yeah, I would rather, I guess, have it be very competitive like this, and it makes our division look better, and. It makes the Bears win then look better, because after we beat them on Monday night when we came back, we're like, oh shit, we almost lost to a really shitty Bears team. But now it's like we feel okay now, and it's a lot of balance.
Who is the starting quarterback this week? Has not been announced, correct?
No. I think Kevin O'Connell's beating around the bush. It's gonna be Carson Wentz,
or he's like kind of letting them battle it out in camp or in practice.
Yeah, that. it's either like
Is he scared to announce
it's like
Carson Wentz?
Yeah, so it's like he's scared to do it. He's like being a politician right now in his answers, not really answering the question. I feel like just dancing around it. Like like Kevin O'Connell, who are you going to start at? Who are you going to start at quarterback this week? Yeah, Carson Wentz and
We're just going to
JJ
trust
McCarthy.
our process.
They're just great guys, and we're going to trust the process, and they're just great guys, and we're gonna fight for immigration reform.
Yep.
I don't know this politician stuff.
Name's Desmond Ritter, the starter.
Yeah. Watch that, or Max Brosmer.
Dude, Brosmer was at the Gopher game. Just hooting and hollering.
Yep, he's having a good time.
He's a big. I guess he goes to tailgates. I mean, he's been to a lot of games. I know he lives here now that he works with he works for the Vikings. But it's cool. He goes like every game. I posted that clip on the 10K Twitter about Max Brosmer's like the biggest Gopher fan, and someone responded he has been for years, and I'm like, no, not years. Like maybe technically a year.
Yeah, there's
2 years. I guess technically years, but not like decades.
No, he
transferred here as a super senior.
Yeah, he was a grad senior. So, but the way that person was trying to come at you was as if they were trying to say he's been
he grew up
for
going to
years,
games
multiple
with his dad
years. Sure. Yeah.
No.
So that's definitely not the case unless we're missing something. I feel like we would know about that.
Yeah, if it was like a Carson Wentz Vikings situation.
We would have some old awkward photo of Max Brosmer in the Metrodome watching the Gophers or TCF Bank Stadium like we saw it. We had Carson Wentz of that old photo. There's no that person was insinuating that he's been a fan for like decades.
He grew up a fan.
Which I forgot where he's from, but he played at New Hampshire beforehand. I forgot where he grew up.
California.
I think it's California. There's no way that you grew. Okay, so he's how old? What is he? 23?
Yeah, he's 24, and he's definitely from Davenport, Idaho.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no, Davenport, Iowa.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe he was
born there at least.
Right. So I guess I thought he grew up in California though, or something. I guess he could have been, but I don't know why a guy from Iowa would have grew up a big Gopher fan when he was growing up.
He went to school in Roswell, Georgia.
Okay.
At first, I saw Centennial High School, and I go, "Oh fuck."
Maybe we fucked up.
And I was like, "Did we screw this up?" And then I was like, "Okay, it's Centennial High School in Roswell, Georgia." But
well, maybe we have to. I just feel like he's very enthusiastic because this is where he, he only played here one year.
Mater now,
but he played here. He played well
got the
here.
degree from here.
Yep, played well here, and this was his 1 year and one shot of playing big boy college football.
Yeah,
and he did as much as he could, and he's now a third string, or he's now on an NFL roster. So he's just a fan of this school that gave him this opportunity to put him on a higher level or playing field, a platform.
Yeah. In other Minnesota Vikings news, our friend Blake Cashman is officially engaged.
Woo! Yeah, I saw that. Congratulations, Blake.
And he's coming back this week. Thank God, because
he's huge. He's going to be a monster out there.
I think in the total, this is a Zooch stat. It's total guess, but
Zooch stat.
I think out of between this year and last year, he's probably not played 6 games total, right? I think 2 this year, maybe 3 this year, and about 4 last year. Let's call it 7.
That he's in his career?
He missed 4 games for the Vikings here last year, and we lost 3 of those. And this year, I believe he's missed. I think he played week 1, and he's been out since week 2.
Yeah, he played
so he
week
missed
1.
4 this year. So that's a total of 8 games between the last 2 years he's missed.
Yeah, that's
pretty
crazy.
sure we've lost 6 of those.
Yeah, we did. No, we did not play well when we were without. Or
at
we
least
lost.
5 of them.
I think we went 14-13 last year.
I remember 3 of the 4 games he didn't play last year we lost.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It was a very noticeable
and we
loss.
went 14-3.
Yeah.
Right? And so he is a huge big impact on this team. It's huge to have him back, hometown guy.
Where's the dot,
Yep. He's a beast. So now he's engaged. He's going to be even more horned up.
Well,
right.
Not horned up anymore.
Well, not horned up. I mean, but tuned up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on the sex situation.
Yeah, exactly. He might be horned up.
Free Will the Thrill. Did you guys see? So there was a verdict on the Wiregate.
Yes.
And it turns out that the NFL determined the ball did hit the wire, and they refused to Normally what they would do is in the moment they would re-kick it, as we mentioned last week. And the NFL acknowledged that it did hit the wire, and they refused to subtract the miss from his statistical record, which is total horseshit. But here's what we can do now. Now we can say that we will no longer accept NFL statistics if they don't fit our narrative because there's been historical evidence of inaccuracies.
Correct.
So anytime, we lose and someone's like, well, McCarthy threw 3 picks and had only 100 yards. I don't believe in that data because the NFL has screwed up specifically Minnesota Vikings data in the past. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's a positive. It does suck for him though. Like I guess him and his agent are, I don't know if they're suing the NFL, but I know they submitted like a case to have
they submitted a case almost like they're talking about it like it was some big trial, like a true crime trial, and everything like that. And he was found guilty still of missing the field goal.
Evidence. Basically, he got charged with murder. Mm-hmm. Evidence came out that he didn't kill the guy, but he's still going to jail.
He's still going to jail to serve the sentence.
Serve
the stat, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Well, going back on not trusting the NFL, well, in Super Bowl 1969, 72, 76, and 77, the Vikings did win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because we can't believe in historical NFL data.
We can't believe in any sort of data anymore.
Even if they're wrong, they say we're gonna stick with it.
Can't trust the score.
No,
can't trust anything. So the Vikings are officially Super Bowl champions now. Yep, fuck it.
We'll give the Bills one too.
Or yeah,
they had a rough 4 years in a row.
We'll give the Bills one. We'll maybe take one away from the Chiefs.
Strike one from the Patriots because Tom has enough of those.
Yeah, he's fine.
No one needs 6 rings.
Take away his Buccaneers one.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah, that really does suck though because I would imagine those stats are important for those guys because if he does ever get cut or traded or something, I mean stats determine how much you get paid and where you go and it's only one kick, but if it's not your fault that you missed it, you shouldn't have that count as a miss.
Yep, I know.
So, also, this
sucks.
is just why America's better at stuff because we never would have had a TV wire.
No.
Just sticking in the... First, you have Ireland just turning off one of the game clocks.
Game clocks like it's...
play clock.
Like there's some Little League football and we're fine with doing that. No, okay.
Yeah, and then you have... Yeah, and then you have this fucking... This TV wire. Is that Eli calling you?
Yes, again.
He's got a... We're going on a trip in Scottsdale here in next week.
Well, plenty of time to talk to him.
Yeah, I guarantee that's what it's about.
That I wonder if if he's tuning in. That'd be funny. He'll get pissed, but that's probably what it's about.
Eli, we'll talk about Scottsdale.
We'll talk about Scottsdale.
I don't know. Yeah, and then just the other final thing I have on the Vikings that's pretty funny is that the Vikings, all the Minnesota sports teams have their posts that's like good luck. To the team that's just starting. So, like, the Wild had opening night, a week ago from Thursday. And, the Frost post, the Timberwolves, the Loons, like, good luck to the Wild. So, the Vikings did it. I went down to the comments just because I'm like, these are the kind of things I live for. We had 6 feet of Space Ghost, whose picture is Batman, respond, the only thing worse than the Vikings in the playoffs are the Wild, but go off. Just try playing football first.
Oh, man.
Stick to football.
Stick to football. Oh, my gosh. That's so funny. Wait, what post was that on again?
Like this. Like the Vikings will do this. Good luck to the Wild.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
and this guy just responds like, try playing football first.
Just playing football.
Just so funny.
Oh, it's just a social media post. Relax.
Some admin,
It's just an admin just, trying to share the love of all our Minnesota teams. Stick to football.
It's just so funny.
It is great. I think that's super fucking funny.
Anything else you had on the Vikes? Big game against the Eagles coming up.
I got some.
All right, sorry.
Who do you want to start?
That's a good question.
JJ.
I'm in agreement. I want JJ to go.
I think it.
Yeah,
I just don't. I don't know if you're
to a point where
you're doing anything this year, anyways.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Put in the time to get him developed.
I keep going back to this point. I can't get this nagging thought out of my head about how we have such a good team, and if we roll with a more experienced quarterback, we probably give ourselves a better chance to do something now, especially now that J.J. McCarthy has been out now for 4 or 5 weeks or whatever it's been. It's like you're just taking away his experience on this very good roster that's 3-2 that still has an opportunity to make the playoffs. It's like, how ready is he going to be? But then again, if you're putting all your marbles in the basket of J.J. McCarthy, like Kevin O'Connell has done, you do, and if he's 100% healthy, you probably do have to start him. But I will say, I thought we briefly, in the last, not go into the Browns game very deep, but for Carson Wentz to be playing behind an O-line that only has one starter,
Right.
Playing the Browns offense, Dylan Gabriel's awful. Like, their offense sucks, but that is the number one ranked, or it was the number one ranked defense. Their defense is solid, and Carson Wentz came through. He looked decent, and it's one of those things where I don't know if
I think you know what you have out of Wentz.
Yes.
You've seen what you could have out of JJ, but
I know, but when you roll with McCarthy, I want to see him play McCarthy, but I just think you are not waving the towel, but I mean, he lost a lot of valuable time here the last few weeks. And I know you want to keep him in last 2 years now. And how injury prone is he still with this ankle thing? And it's like, there's a part of me that people hate that wants me to say to still roll with Carson Wentz.
all right.
I don't know.
All right, we're split there. Whoever they roll with, you want to do another bar bet?
What? Oh, just
Who they start?
This if they start Wentz.
Yeah,
and
if they start Wentz, I have to sit at a bar all day.
we'll just see where the Gophers suit. We'll
Just gonna take an entire week of someone's time.
Yeah, we'll just stick with the
1,000
Gophers suit for
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
All right, final topic. We got the Wolves beat on a Chinese team
China, they
in
won
a
in China.
preseason game last night. So I guess they just will throw an international team in the mix of the NBA preseason every year. The cards happen to fall on the Wolves. We beat them 134-74 against the Luang Lions, which is a team in the Chinese Basketball Association. Kind of a Harlem Globetrotters versus Washington Generals kind of score there.
Yeah,
Putting up 134, winning by, what is that, 60?
they won by 60.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's
Keep in mind, this team, I don't know if you guys knew this, has Frank Kaminsky and Victor Oladipo on it.
Victor Oladipo,
Who was the leading point scorer with 14 points for the Lions.
Frank Kaminsky and Victor Oladipo PTSD back when Oladipo played for Indiana, Kaminsky played for Wisconsin. Just PTSD when I went to Williams Arena watching Gopher hoops. In the I think that was the late Tubby Smith and early Richard Pitino years. But
now I know that the NBA is like elite, at the highest level of basketball in the world. But I always thought, like China, Spain, some of these other countries, I'm like France, they have good players. Like how are their teams getting waxed this bad? I realized two things: that those are Olympic teams, which is full of NBA players, but B, if you look at some of the photos from after the game of their players, like doing jersey swaps with our players, these Chinese guys are way shorter.
They are. No. Half the team is Chinese players.
It's
and they're
not
just
fair. It's like college players playing against elementary schoolers in terms of height difference. It's crazy.
It is.
I mean, outside of Frank and Oladipo, who are Americans, that became very apparent of why this was a blowout. I mean, Rob Dillingham, 27 points, good to see. But it was still, like our bench players versus, some of their starters, and it was an ass kicking.
Did you watch by chance?
I didn't see any of it. I think I may have saw a couple highlights.
I was at the
from
Wild
it,
game. I probably would have put it on a third monitor just for the vibes of what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I didn't know they were playing. I meant just preseason NBA. I'm just
I was
fully
just
tuned
gonna
out.
ask about the rookies.
Yeah.
anything.
Who are our rookies this year again?
They're both tall.
Yeah.
There you go. They're
forgot
both
their
taller than the
fucking
Chinese guys.
names. That one guy.
Because I saw a picture of them doing a jersey swap.
Yeah, there's a reason that they just get killed, but I guess it is fun. It showcases, These teams overseas, I know it's big in China.
Yeah, well, and they get some exposure.
China,
you know.
yeah, they get big. Yeah, it's good for them.
Which
And
I didn't know Frank Kaminsky was playing in China. I thought he was like doing media.
he was just on an NBA team a couple years ago. He was a bench player, but by the time, I don't know if it's one of those things that kind of guys like that go over to Europe to play hockey or what, or I don't know.
A way to just keep the career going.
Keep the career going. Like maybe he could have been a bench guy, but he knows he could play more in China. But I don't know if that's the case because I think he'd still make a lot more if he was just on the bench in the NBA. So I think he just probably got cut and he's still good enough. That's what like Jimmer Fredette played in China. I think he's still playing in China.
Yeah.
He was just on the 3-on-3 Olympic team a couple summers ago or last Summer Olympics. So, yeah, I think for some of these guys, yeah, it's great. It's a way for them to keep playing. But yeah, then there's the other half of the team they have to, fill with Chinese players who I'm still very good at basketball and could still wax me on the court, but it's just you can't compete on the size. You're just not going to do that.
I think this was purposely set up by the NBA.
Oh,
to show America's dominance and to get revenge on the 2023 weather balloon incident.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. Yeah, that's right. Or just get revenge on China in general.
Yeah.
But
them and all their products,
all their shit,
all their politics that I don't understand.
Communism.
Yeah.
Fuck you, assholes.
It was just funny to see. You look at the preseason schedule for the Wolves. You see like the Pelicans, the Pacers, and you just see this.
Mm-hmm.
Their logo is all Chinese, so I didn't even know. I had to ask someone who's part of 10K Howls. I'm like, who the fuck did we play last night?
Yeah.
Is this like create a team?
Yeah, do we like are
Chinese
we
symbols?
Are we playing like some team from the Flint Tropics League or what? Like the ABA? Like is this some semi-pro stuff? Are they trying to get promoted if they win this game? Like it's a promotion relegation bit?
Yeah.
Like if we lose to them, we go over to China and then they just swap with us and they're our Minnesota team from the NBA. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. All right, I think that just about does it. Anything else?
Last thing, James, will the Wild win tonight?
No.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
I think they just hopped on a plane last night. Got in at like 2:30 a.m. to Dallas.
That's crazy.
Coming off a back-to-back, Dallas is looking as good as ever. It's gonna be tough, but you never know. The last time we did this, it was off a back-to-back. It was the same kind of thing. We went to Dallas. We were injured. And if you forget, this was when Dallas hosted an illegal practice on Black Friday.
Yep.
And we still went in there, won in overtime, and Brock Faber had that wraparound OT winner and then waved the crowd goodbye. There were about 4 things against us in that scenario, and we still won. So you never know. But
they'd be riding high on adrenaline. That they can be a benefit for them to have played last night.
Yep.
So they're just still going hard. They're fully torqued still.
Maybe last night, maybe instead of blowing a lead tonight, they'll try to come from behind.
Yeah. So I would say don't. They'll do the opposite. So if they do start losing by a lot, which is I think what a lot of people are going to predict tonight in Dallas, don't fret.
Also, if you go to the G spot, folks, I almost forgot to mention it. Section 105, 115, C13, captain's patch. Got me one last night. Was drinking it on the bench behind Coach Hines.
Yep.
It's good beer.
Closest. You were the closest person to be able to be drinking alcohol. Mm-hmm. To the bench, I should say.
Yeah, Hines and I were like 3 inches away. I got to deliver the analysis on the scab.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was the biggest news story of that game. Yeah, it wasn't the fact that we won in a shootout or anything.
Yeah.
It was a scab. I'm glad he's okay.
Make sure to buy these hats, folks. The Skoldozer hats. Only 26 of them left, and then they're gone forever. So, I believe Sarge will run a bit of a promotion if the Vikings win this week.
Absolutely.
We'll do 10% off for like 24 hours. Same with the gritty hats. I think are there any of these left? Like 10 of these left too. So. Our Vikings hats, guys, they're popular. They're running low. Get them before they're gone. But otherwise, 10ktakesmn.com. You can get those. But that just about does it. Another episode of 10K TV, the Tuesday edition. Appreciate everyone for tuning in, supporting us as always. We'll see you next week.
Peace.